You're listening to Easy Travels, an original podcast from NextGen Travel Group.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Easy Travels podcast, NextGen Travel Group's first and to date only original podcast. My name is Chris, and joining me, as always, is the man of steel himself, Coach Martin Mussy. How you doing today, Martin?
I'm very good, Chris. This is like Man of Steel. Man, you've given me like the Superman moniker. That's big to live up to. Well, enough about us. I'm very excited about our guest today. So, Chris, I'm gonna let you do a quick introduction to Lauren, and let you go into our first questions. Welcome, Lauren.
Hey guys, thanks. Thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to do this.
Yeah, I was going to say, better yet, let's let Lauren introduce herself. Lauren from Virgin Voyages, please tell us a little bit about yourself and your background with
Oh,
Virgin and within the travel industry.
okay. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Lauren Harris. I am based in Dallas, Texas, and I've been with Virgin Voyages from the very beginning. I'm working on 8.5 years. So I have seen the entire evolution of where we started 8 years ago to the incredible evolution that we've got come into today. I'm the senior manager of national accounts, so I get to work with our largest travel partners from all over the country. I started as the business development manager working with the local first mates, as we call them, travel advisors in Texas and the surrounding states. And so I have a deep, deep love for my Central South FMs that I started out with here. But it's just been an incredible ride, and I'm so excited to get to do things like this now.
Hey, Chris, before you jump into a first official question with Lauren, I just have to mention, Lauren, as you know, I also live in the Dallas area. And if you haven't checked it out, we're doing a locals chat, and Chris and I featured our cities. So there's some great information about Dallas. So take a listen to that episode, see if you agree with some of the things that I mentioned. But that's the little plug on that.
Cool. What a
Let's
great
get
plug.
yeah,
That wasn't even planned.
right, right. So with that, yeah, let's jump into getting to know Virgin Voyages and Lauren a little bit more. Chris?
Yeah, so, I mean, this is probably kind of a question you get all the time because when I think about Virgin Voyages, I think about standing out is really the first phrase that comes to mind. But what do you think is one thing that really stands out about Virgin Voyages that our listeners should know?
So, one of my favorite lines that comes straight from our founder, Richard Branson, Sir Richard Branson, and it hangs on this beautiful sign in our office in Florida, as well as an epic sea change for all. And that is really how Virgin, from the inception, stands out among the sea of sameness, right? If we're going to come in with a ship that holds about 2,700 people, and come up against other companies that do cruising really, really well, we needed to stand out in some way. And so we created this epic sea change for all. And we looked around and we said, what market can we fill that isn't already out there? What can we do differently that will drive new sailors to come on board, those that are looking for something a little bit different? And the brand has done this in such an incredible way from um, the flow of how embarkation goes to the vibe on board, where we call it Virgin Voyages and not Virgin Cruise Line on purpose. It is to make you feel like you are having this incredible yacht like experience with all of the comforts that some may love about land. Our approach to dining is very different when it comes to cruising. It is very much like dining on land. You have all of these epic, incredible restaurants with incredible food. Everything is cooked to order. They are smaller, intimate spaces so that you don't feel like you are part of the sea of sameness on board. Our entertainment was created for Virgin Voyages. We are the only cruise line that has had a production, dual reality, that has gone from sea to land. So, this incredible dual reality Cirque type show that we have was the first to get to come on land where we could feature this, in different cities. Um, So our approach to Scarlet Night is an epic experience. If anybody has ever experienced a night where we paint the ship red and we salute the moon, and our incredible hostess comes out and gives you truly one of the best nights of your life. We set out to just do things differently, but with purpose. So that's really what makes us different.
That's amazing. And I love the epic word that you mentioned there. And I have to tell you, even me personally, having been in a port someplace, and I think it was Brilliant Lady that I saw in port, it just looks distinctively different immediately. So you can already tell, and I'm sure that's on not by accident and by design, that when you walk up, you know you're in for something different. And just adding to that, I have talked to many travel advisors inside this industry, and I have to tell you, I can't think of the many times that they have talked so lovingly about a brand as they do Virgin Voyages. I mean, I know travel advisors who've been on board with Virgin Voyages and have returned just themselves and traveling for their own vacations time and time again. What is it behind? What do you think is behind that? And how does that translate to the traveling public? Because if it's travel advisors who love it, I know that there's the consumers out there, the traveling public who love it as well. What do you think is behind that?
Yeah, so I think people just really identify with the brand. When it comes to that epic sea change for all, one of the most important things is also that we are such a strong inclusivity partner, and so you can truly be yourself. This lends to the case that we don't have dress code on board. You are free to wear whatever you want to dinner. Who are we to say after 5 p.m. you need to cover your knees, or if you want to wear your favorite pair of jeans, but it's formal night, now we're saying, well, you can't, but you can tomorrow. Um, just that feeling of whatever makes you feel most comfortable and your best self, come and be that on board. And so, those that were our early adopters, and we had very early fan favorites that keep coming again and again and again. And they've been so incredible at helping us spread the word of what that vibe is on board. But it is truly the ability to be yourself. Again, it trickles down from Richard Branson himself. If he feels like getting up and dancing on a table because he's happy and having a great time, you bet it that he will be up there dancing, and he's going to pull you up, and he's going to pull your friends up, and he's going to have everybody up dancing, because that's how he's having the best time of his life at this second. And we want everybody to be able to feel like that.
Mm.
Um, so it just comes from when you look around, when you step on board and you see everybody just so comfortable. You see people that look like you see people that look like other people that you see in the city. It is just a very comfortable experience. Something else that helps, and we haven't touched on this part yet, but we're kid free. So this is an exclusive place for adults to come and relax
Yeah.
and let loose without feeling like there's any type of looming responsibility, right? You are just coming to re energize, rejuvenate, and we've created this space to do that.
Yeah, very, very important. A quick follow-up. I mean, I've seen videos of Sir Richard Branson himself doing just that, with people either who've been on board and dancing. So what about Lauren? When you don't have to be official, traveling on board as a company official, what's something on board that you love?
Oh my gosh. Well, it depends on the time of the day, and it depends on my vision for that voyage. I've done this so many times. I am a mom of three little girls that are all under the age of 6. So, when it comes to a kid-free experience, this might be the most important part for me. I love being with my children. I love going on vacation with my children. But when I leave my kids behind, I don't want to see anybody else's kids either, right? Like you can still hear Coco Melon in the background or see that crushed goldfish on the floor and it just brings you back. And then you start thinking like, oh my gosh, what are my kids doing? Why do I have to listen to somebody else's kids screaming? So to have this space where you can truly just reconnect with your friends, with your spouse, um, to just truly feel like you can unwind, be yourself, have a great drink, eat incredible food. Uh, the second I get on board, I beeline deck seven all the way to the back at the dock. It is the most beautiful space. It's this outdoor
Mm.
area with cabana beds and lush trees. Remember, we are in the middle of the ocean with this beautiful greenery. And I will order my first glass of sangria and just take a breath and then order my tapas, which are some of the best plates in the world. I've never had monkfish before, but it's apparently a friend or cousin of the lobster. And I will have 3 or 4 plates of that with the grilled shrimp and my favorite Caesar salad. And this all sounds so basic, but it's so well done. And the food is so fresh. And you just feel like, okay, now I'm about to have the best vacation of my life. So head
That's
straight to the
awesome.
dock, have a great drink.
That's
um,
awesome.
and then from there, wherever the ship takes me, there's a lot
Right?
of different ways you can go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, trust me, I took notes. Deck seven at the back.
Tapas and
Okay, got it.
sangria.
Straight aft.
Yeah, straight aft. Got it.
That all sounds really cool. Although I gotta say, I'm not sure how much I want to wear shorts in the dining hall if it's permissible and everyone's doing it. Where's the danger? I want to feel like a rebellious rule breaker when I wear shorts in the dining hall. Um,
You know that there are those out there that push the outfits to the limit, and it is one of my favorite parts to see the costumes and just the apparel that people bring on board. Some of them get really into the nautical theme. Um, Others, they bring out their sequins and their cocktail dresses and their suits because they want to feel like this fabulous James Bond type of
mhm,
experience. And then others are like, oh my God, I dress up all day, every day. I just want to wear a pair of shorts and a linen shirt and feel like I'm in pajamas, but I still look chic. So it's it's all of that amalgamation coming together and it really is cool.
right on. So this next question actually gives us some insight. We like to ask each of our partner guests because we always say that travel, it's a relationship business, right? We say that all the time here. What does that mean to you?
It is. And for us, we couldn't have made it this far without our first mates. And when we decided to come out, and we've got cheeky names for everything, I will make a little plug for one of the cheeky names on board our ice cream shop, which has like the best ice cream ever and all these cool cone flavors. And just like it's so creamy and delicious. It's called Lick Me Till I Scream. So we really love cheeky names, but one of the most important names that we came up with was first mates for our travel advisors. And a first mate is a captain's right hand man. And without the first mate, the ship just doesn't run smoothly. So for us, our first mates are truly the most important part of this business. And so we had to make sure that we got the relationship right. So we wanted to come out, we wanted to make sure that we were good, strong partners, that our policies were first mate friendly, that we made it brilliant to do business with. And so when we came out and we said, you know what, why are some of these things so difficult? Why are we charging for name changes? Why can't you change your voyage to a different date if you're far enough out without penalties? Just because. So we took out some of these things that no one could really explain why they were policies, the general policy that everyone was accepting. And we said, how can we make it better? So we did. We've hired our crew, our shoreside crew, our seaside crew, are people who genuinely care. We care about the person. We care about making them feel good. We care about making it easy to work with. And so we went out and we set out to just make sure that the relationships were in place that our first mates felt valued. And in return, they have come out and really, really delivered for us. Our ships are full now. And remember, 5 years ago, we were supposed to launch in COVID. And people were saying, not only do we not want to cruise, we're definitely not going to cruise on something nobody has ever cruised on before. So our first mates came out and they filled our ships and they came back and they told of their wonderful experiences and they told of what they were getting on board a Virgin Voyage. And they really helped us spread the word to get to where we are today. So couldn't have done it without our relationships.
Oh, absolutely. What an incredible story. And Lauren and I, we go way back. I know you were working at Next when I first started, and then soon
We
after joined
did.
Virgin Voyages. And I have to tell you, when you hear people talk about a brand, there's people who talk about something, and they're doing their job and they talk well about it, but I can hear the passion in your voice about this brand as well. So when you are not representing Virgin Voyages, just in the aspect of getting to know you a little bit, what do you like to do when you're not working hard at Virgin Voyages?
Well, you're right. It was hard to leave Nexion and travel leaders in general because it was a great gig. Y'all were great people. But when Virgin came calling, I had to come running.
Yeah.
And it has been like such an incredible experience. So I do love that we get to go way back and shout out to all of my Nexion advisors. Um, but when I'm not, when I'm not working, I kind of like to do the same things I like to do on board a Virgin Voyage. I like to eat, I like to drink, I like to shop, um, and then like I said, I'm a mom of three, so I spend a lot of my time doing things that a mom of three does. I'm on the soccer sideline and ballet and dance camp and watching K-pop Demon Hunters. So,
I
uh,
love it.
so and we're just in this fun stage of life where we're traveling, we're eating and drinking really good food. I'm treating myself to a great pair of shoes and just living that hardcore mom life, and I love all of it. So I love the dichotomy of getting to talk about kid-free vacations and then
Yeah.
diving right into a full-time kid-free life or a
Oh,
kid-focused life.
yeah. Yeah. Now, have you been pulled yet into either coaching or being a dance mom or anything like that? Has that been a part of your experience?
I am not a coach. I will bring the best snacks. I will buy the
I
best
love
hair
it.
bows. I will make sure everybody has the matching socks, but I don't have the patience. That is just not me to get all these little guys
Uh,
corralled up and
Right?
following a soccer ball.
Yeah.
But
All
shout out to
good.
all the coach moms and dads that do it. Like more props to you.
Yeah. So speaking of when it first came calling, since you first came onto the scene, what can you share about how Virgin Voyages has changed or evolved from your perspective?
This is one of my favorite things to talk about. So, on day one, when Virgin Voyages went live and had a website, we had a drag queen drop from the top of the screen into a split.
Nice.
And then you clicked on another screen, and it was a kitty cat with laser eyes.
Nice again.
Um, nice, right? And then it was all of these just like weird, zany, kind of cool, kind of can't figure out concepts, but it didn't tell what Virgin Voyages was. And we were like, isn't this the coolest thing ever? We are going to break the internet. Then we went on sale February 14th, 2018. That was my 30th birthday. We threw this huge party and we showcased some of our entertainment. And some people were like, I get it. Others were like, I have no idea what this is. Others said, I am not cool enough for this brand. There's no way I can go on board and feel comfortable. So we went out with this marketing message and we came on a little too strong. And we realized we needed to tweak that a little bit. And we were like, we never intended for anybody to feel that way. Our marketing just went a little zany. So we reeled it back in. And then we started showcasing who actually was sailing on board, and more people would see pictures of actual day to day life on board a Scarlet Lady in the beginning and say, oh, maybe this is for me. And then we started showcasing, look, this is for truly anybody that wants a kid free experience. You get to come and be yourself. There is nobody that is not cool enough. These are just day to day people living their best lives. So we had to overcome a lot of misconceptions, a lot of, oh, is this going to be something that's going to make me uncomfortable? Is this, something that is going to make me rethink my entire like why I'm stuck on this ship for 7 days. And then when we started to tell the actual story of incredible food, of the incredible value, the beauty of the ship, the awesome destinations, the awesome shore excursions, um, we finally got there to getting the true message of what the experience is like. But it took a minute because in the beginning we were like, who wouldn't want kitty cat with laser eyes and a drag queen that drops into a split? So it's been a huge evolution, but we are here and doing it right now.
As you know, I work with travel advisors on building their businesses. And one key is finding great partners like you. I have a feeling that many of the first mates, they know what this is all about and what to do. But what's one piece of advice you would give advisors on how best to partner with Virgin Voyages?
The best thing to do is to reach out and use your resources. Use our people. We have an incredible field team. We have an incredible HQ team that is here to support you. Um, and we want to do that in any way. Like we were talking about earlier with relationships, build the relationships with us, do a deep dive into what makes Virgin different. Our approach to dining, our approach to inclusivity, the incredible product and service. Experience it yourself. I think the best way to partner with Virgin is to understand it and to get on board and see and feel and experience the difference for yourself. And then reach out to us. We are here to help.
Love that.
So, Lauren, we usually like to wrap this up with a fun question that's not really related to anything we've talked about, but just helps us and our listeners get to know you a little bit better. And I got to admit, I came up with this question before we started talking, and I feel now that I don't know what you're going to say because my question is, you've already talked about, you have laser cats and limber drag queens and all these other cool things and all this, very fun zany imagery that I'm now associating with Virgin Voyages. But my question to you, if you're ready for it,
Ready.
if you could come up with your own mascot that's not Richard Branson, a character that's not currently owned by any other intellectual property, if you could come up with your own mascot for Virgin Voyages, what would that character be? What would he look like? What would their name possibly be?
Oh my gosh. See, this is hard because we truly already have this, and it's our mermaids. So each ship has their own mermaid on the side of the ship, and we created exactly what you're asking. So, like, and it couldn't be any more perfect than any other answer I'm going to come up with. So I'm going to lean into the mermaids: Scarlet,
All right.
Valiant, Resilient, and Brilliant. And they were beautiful, and we've turned them into real people. And I will say the mermaid.
What was
That's
it?
perfect.
Scarlet, Valiant, Resilient, and Brilliant. Those are their names?
Yes,
Okay.
those are their names, and they are named after the ships, our lady
Yeah.
ships. So our ships, even our ships themselves, like now I could go down a whole path with giant. For the sake of time, I won't. But all of our ships have their own personality, their own character, their own name. And Richard Branson he did not want them to be called cruise ships. We call them lady ships. So they in
Hmm.
themselves are their own characters.
All right.
I love that. Well, what fun. And I have to admittedly say that I have yet to be on board. I keep trying to do that. So this is my impetus. I'm going to get on board within the next year. I got to do it.
Yeah, same.
You got to do it. Call me. Call me.
Well, yeah, I'll let you
Call your
know.
travel advisor if you're listening and you are a sailor. Call your travel advisor. Other first mates, call your BDM. Call me. Let's get you
A-
all on board.
Absolutely. Well, this has been so fun, Lauren, talking with you, catching up again on all things Virgin Voyages. Thank you so much for being with us today. And any final thoughts before we let you go?
Well, thanks so much. This was so fun. We can't wait to see anybody listening. We can't wait to see you on board soon, to come experience the incredible value, the epic experience, the kid-free relaxation. And yeah, give us a call and we'll tell you more about it. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Chris, take us to the close.
Yes, thank you, Martin. Thank you, Lauren. And from all of us here to all of you listening, until next time, easy travels.
Easy travels, everyone.
If you have enjoyed today's episode, please like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Drop us your thoughts or even show topic ideas in the comments of this episode or email us at communications@nexion.com.